You know the happy wife, happy life thing? Yeah, it's the same thing with the husband. If he's sleeping good, you're okay. It's caused by physical, chemical, or emotional stress. Typical insomniacs, they spend 14 hours in bed. That's not 14 hours of sleep, it's 14 hours of misery they're going through. You put them through this, there's actually a 21-day program of denying them sleep. Usually by the 5th to 7th day, they're sleeping actually normally. And how long do they maintain that consistent sleep pattern? Say it with me, forever. How long do they maintain that consistent sleep pattern? Forever. Okay, good. Only
8 hours then?
Huh?
Will it go from 6 to 8 hours?
I'd recommend 6 hours per night because you typically don't need it unless you have some disease that you're recovering from. Okay, you eventually going to find out what works for you. You don't want to sleep too long. You don't want to sleep too short. As long as you get 2 hours of REM state of sleep, you're hunky-dory. Okay. Self-help treatments for sleep apnea. Now this ridiculous contraption is to force air in your lungs if you have interrupted sleep. Now sleep apnea, this is a condition where they say that you interrupt your breathing at nighttime. Now what's tough is, again, sleep disturbances are a nervous system problem. Asthma is a nervous system problem. If you're overweight, if you have a nervous system problem, you're not going to have consistent breathing patterns, and that means there's not going to be consistent air in it. Now the tough part is this machine, does that look really comfortable? Do you think that might interrupt REM state of sleep? I got to tell you, if your spouse looks like this, it's going to really, put a chill pill in the romance there. Unless you like that kind of thing. Well, it could be a little exciting there, but no. So you got to understand, having a machine on your face, it'd be a lot better to solve the problem. So these are actually things that you can do, and this is on your sheet as well. You've got to get your nervous system checked. Okay, if you're overweight, what you can do while you're losing the weight to get in shape, you can sleep with a few extra pillows. And because that will typically open up the jaw and allow some of the extra flesh to hang down so you can breathe easier. You can don't use alcohol, tobacco, or sedatives, because remember what happens to sleep medications? What does that do to sleep? Interrupts your sleep. Honest to goodness, look at the side effects of sleep drugs. You know what it says? You'll be tired the next day. Okay, sleep on your side, elevate your head, maintain regular sleep hours. I mean, it's the same pattern. These are on your sheet. The REM busters, or rapid eye movement, the deep sleep. The REM busters are right there, okay? And you'll see here, tricks for deep sleep. No TV. I put no TV on both lists. Do you want to know why no TV? Watching before bed. Not stimulating. No, because I've seen some really boring TV. No, and it's the same thing with computers. Right now, exactly. See, when you're looking at this, it's hard to tell, but this is vibrating at 65 cycles a second. Now, have you ever been driving down the road, okay, and all of a sudden you realize you're like 5 miles further than you thought you were? That's called white line fever. See, under rhythmic images, here, watch my pen. Okay. That's a rhythmic image. You've all seen that. Okay, usually if somebody's doing a watch or something, the hypnotist does that. Under rhythmic images, your brain stays in what's called a beta wave state. So you can't achieve, it's almost like a self-hypnosis. You can't achieve the alpha, delta, theta rhythms, okay, and get into deep sleep. So what you have to do, if you're watching Discovery Channel, okay, which God I love, okay, right before bed you've got to physically read something on paper, okay, not on a computer because that's still vibrating at cycles a second. So physically read something for 15 minutes, it resets it. I'd recommend something boring, like Book of Numbers out of the Bible, really boring. Okay, Ezra begat this, begat that. No Zane Grey, and Rhett picked her up in his. You don't want Zane Grey. Okay, that's cold shower stuff.
Margaret Mitchell.
Margaret Mitchell, yeah. Zane Grey was mine. I was a teenager with that guy. Okay, so now these, and the same thing, hot bath, hot shower, remove the clock from view. Remember about the Insomniac? You roll over, you look at the clock. I mean, how many times have you looked over at the clock and you've seen the same thing at 2:22 or 3:33 or you watch it? No, just cover it over. Okay, make sure it's totally dark, because during the night, if you hear something, without even knowing it, you may open your eyeball. And if there's something there, you're going to be looking for it. If it's dark when you open your eyeball, you're going to go back to sleep. Okay, you're not even going to wake up. Don't change your bedtime. Exercise regularly, and journaling. This is huge. Do you know that your brain, and this has to do with dreams, because dreams are fantastic. They actually reset. They reset your mind, and they organize thoughts and prepare you for the next day. This is why, like Edison, Da Vinci, everybody slept with a small notepad next to their bed, because when you're sleeping or right before bed, your brain is very, very active, because your brain never settles down. And this is why journaling actually quiets the mind. It does. It sounds odd, but any thoughts you have, just write them down. You can write it down in a half a paragraph or a few lines, just like you're writing to a friend. But as soon as your brain knows that you've recorded that thought, it doesn't need to keep mulling it over in your head. Okay, does that make sense? This is why also kids with attention deficit disorder, get them what do they call it? Diary. Okay, it's fantastic. It really works. This gal here, no curve in the neck. Headaches, migraines. Okay, now how many people do you know work in an office? Okay, have forward head cares like that. It was horrible. And the same thing. I'm tired all the time. What can you do for me? I'm tired all the time. What's the first question I ask? How are you sleeping? Okay, I know. The light bulb's off. Maybe the bulb's out. Okay, how are you sleeping? Horrible. Okay, no wonder. Good, let's take an x-ray. 90 days later, she's got a curve. She doesn't have headaches. Her depression's gone. She's got a better relationship with her spouse. I mean, this is reversal of arthritis. Does it make more sense to approach human beings with respect and love? Does it?
Do you have to be young to get that kind of thing?
No, you have to be alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, now, if I was 95 years old, how old would my skin be?
20 days.
20 days. If I'm 14 years old, how? 20 days. It's wrinkled because of lack of blood supply to the skin. If I'm 95, believe me, I've seen some 87-year-old. Well, he's Italian, and you know, there's two types of people in the world: Italian and those that want to be. Okay. He's 87, not a wrinkle. Yeah, but I mean, the guy eats healthy. He only eats what he cooks. Has healthy oxygen, he's got good blood supply to it, and his collagen production is up. You only get wrinkle if your collagen production isn't there, okay, or if you have sun damage like me. Yeah, I'm outside all the time. Okay, so this is reversal of arthritis. The body is designed to regenerate. Does that make more sense? Yeah. It does. Stay away. If a guy's got a white jacket and he's in disease management, he's not a good person to go to for health care.